We've all felt it. That need to push the limits, to see exactly what we're capable of, and to see where we stack up against our peers. It's part of the human condition, and it's dangerous. But deep in the sprawl of the Motor City, there's a group that embraces it. They call themselves the Underground. This organization of elite street racers is about as open as their name implies. Securing an interview with one of their number required all of this reporter's considerable connections in the Detroit area, and the racers interviewed will only be referred to by their call signs to preserve their anonymity. The night I arrived in the dank underground parking structure, something special was happening. The best racers from all three disciplines were holding a race to decide who would compete in the National Underground Racing League Championship. The best of the best. One of them is named Bravery.
So, yeah, anyone who thinks a front driver of a sports car is on crack.
Excuse me. Hi, I'm Emma Foster. Miss Teller sent me.
It was good talking with you guys, but I gotta appease my sponsors.
Alright. See you, Bravery.
So, how did you manage to get an invitation from Teller? The Underground isn't about showing off.
Even though the Underground isn't about showing off, sponsorship is. I'm a good reporter. I know what to write and what not to.
Alright. What do you want to know?
Well, why do you do it? Why do you go out every night and risk your life?
To prove myself.
To who?
Myself, I guess.
Yourself.
Yeah. I wasn't ever really that great at anything. Average at best. School, sports, jobs. I only ever really felt at home in this death trap, blasting through industrial parks against the clock. I'm very good at that. Getting the most out of the car and going as fast as I can with what I got. That's why I do it.
So is becoming the first professional street racer part of proving yourself?
More like it was the next step. I've been beating posers for months when the Underground invite arrived. I was sick and split up my life, so I decided to give my all to racing. Got sponsored by TJ's for free parts and started raking in the followers online by showing how I drive. With this car, you either win by a mile or die in a fireball.
That sounds terrifying.
Well, I do get nightmares occasionally, but that's part of the point. You man up, face your fears, and push your limits. That's why I'm here, to prove myself against the city's other kings.
So who are the others?
Well, one of them is over there next to his Audi.
Could you introduce me?
I don't know him myself, but we can go say hi. Tachyon, I'm Bravery. This is Emma Foster, reporter for the Detroit Insider. She's legit.
Good evening, Miss Foster. Sorry about this. I'm working out some boost issues I was having using the Bluetooth.
Nice to meet you.
Too much tech for a real car. I'll see you on the street, Tachyon. Play nice, Emma.
Don't let him get to you. He has a reputation.
What's your reputation?
An addict of speed.
Isn't that what all undergrounders have in common?
Those of us in Club Outrun are a little different. The time attack people are content with barely touching the triple digits. We dive deep into them. My last race was from Davison Freeway to 696 via the Lodge, and we covered that 11-mile stage in less than 4 minutes.
That's fast.
170 and change on average. Top speeds were a little over 220.
Is all that speed worth the risk of death that comes with it?
If it wasn't for all that speed, the lack of a creative outlet would have killed me months ago.
A creative outlet?
To make fast cars faster. In college, I majored in mechanical engineering, and when I graduated, I started at one of the big three. But when my ideas to make cars faster started getting results, management held me back any more interesting projects.
Why?
I was making my colleagues look bad because I was doing my best. Corporate politics. But out here, there's no such thing. You can build whatever you want to go as fast as you can.
What have you built?
Chaser. Started as an Audi RS5, and I strengthened the block and internals to take the boost from a remote-mounted 200mm turbo in the back and active aerodynamics to keep her on the ground. 1,200 horsepower at the top of the curve.
That sounds intense. Do racers from the other disciplines have that much power?
Chaser is a little higher tech than the competition. Bravery's Excalibur was pulled out of the ground.
Who are they?
Street Cross, the last of the three disciplines. The driver of the red Honda will be racing myself and Bravery tonight, believe it or not.
The hatchback?
Indeed, it's the fastest car in the slowest racing discipline.
I think I'll go find out for myself.
Told you we'd make it in time.
I think that cop's gonna have nightmares about flying Hondas.
When you can't get past, go over.
Excuse me, I'm Emma Foster, reporter for the Detroit Insider blog. I've been interviewing the other Kings tonight, and I heard one of you was the fastest street cross racer.
That's me. The name's Finesse.
Nice to meet you. If you don't mind, could you tell me how you got into racing?
You can go ahead if you want, Monkey.
Sure thing, yes.
It's kinda a heavy story. Is that alright?
I can handle heavy.
Well, life sucked before I got into Street X. My parents kicked me out of the house when they found my hash, and I ended up having to get this job at a gas station after moving into my grandma's place. I bought Rocket to get to work and back, but I found this awesome spot on the way to blast through. Turned out that abandoned parking lot was where Street Cross raced. We met up one night, and after a while of racing with them, I became the top racer in the crew.
Quite a comeback. Street cross sounds very different from the other disciplines.
We were where it started. Not blasting down the freeway in supercars or tearing through some street course against the clock and prepped race cars. Just a couple cool kids tooling around a parking lot in whatever rides they can get their paws on.
What's special about your ride?
Just a B16 swap from a junkyard and a huge turbo from a we don't know what. It ain't power that's important, though. My rocket weighs half what Tachyon's Chaser does, and 1,000 pounds less than Bravery's Excalibur. And I know how to use my e-brake. It's time to ride. Will you watch the race?
Thanks for the info. Good luck. The course ran through the partially cleared remains of the old Packard automotive plant, a dark and narrow path filled with hazards. The racers were given a single practice lap to get familiar with the track, and then it was time to line up.
Come on.
Too easy.
Full boost.
Holy! Last turn.
Ah!
Really?
Yes!
The racers were the first undergrounders to return, their crew members a few minutes behind.
That was some serious driving, girl.
I did my best. I didn't think I could pull it together until that last corner.
Yeah, that's pretty frustrating. I think I should have softened the socks to cope with the surface.
You just got beat by a kid in a Honda Tac. You need a lot more than softer shocks. You need what she had. Skills. And plenty of luck.
Luck is a skill too, right?
Apparently.
You know, she'd be a real threat to the national championship if she had some better equipment.
I like my Honda.
So, did you like how your car drove, Tachyon?
Not in the least. Too much understeer and turbo lag. But I've got plenty of ideas for the next iteration. That's what engineering is all about. Powering victories with failures.
Engineering don't win street races, Tachyon. Driving does.
Were you happy with your driving tonight, Bravery?
You know what? I think I am. I've never been beat by a car slower than mine, but I'm satisfied. This girl's the real deal. I finally got somebody to train against. if you roll with me after you win nationals.
Sure.
How do you feel about the win, Finesse?
I didn't think we'd actually get this far. I didn't do this for me. I drove so my crew could go cross country. So we could see everyone else who do what we do. I don't even know how we're gonna pay for gas.
I can cover that.
Really?
We're all underground, Finesse. Wherever your crew goes, we'll back you up. Street ain't got no loyalty. That's why racers do.
Thanks, guys.
Only one of the racers got what they wanted, but all preferred what they received. What drove them remained the same. It often isn't what you seek, but why you seek it. So only one question remains. What moves you?